Hi again, guys. So, somebody told me that I need to come up with a new opening. I guess mine's annoying, so I apologize. Which is a shame because I have to go to a wedding, and you know what I like to do before weddings. So, let's look at some baseball cards. I wanted to show you this card because, I did a video a while back, and I asked the question, is this the prettiest baseball card ever made? And I had shown this one. And of course that's subjective and we all have our own ideas. But I always thought this was one of the prettiest baseball cards that was ever made. And I wanted to show you another one that a lot of people think is the prettiest baseball card that was ever made. And that's the 1953 Bauman Pee Wee Reese. This card is hard to find centered. And man, this one is just beautiful. I really don't comment on grades too much. I'm more of a card guy. I like the cards. But this is a 3. The only thing I can really find wrong with it, some softer corners, but it has either a gum or a wax stain from the package back there. But man, it's just centered and it's a beautiful example. No creases. Beautiful card. I don't mind having gum stains or something. I figure, lots of people have the regular card. How many had the one that was stuck to the gum? That's got to be rare. I actually buy those intentionally. And how great is this card here with Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays? Just a beautiful card. Great, great, great card here. And I wanted to show you guys this guy, Cy Williams. And I want to thank Shannon over at Back to the Cardboard for reminding me about this player because he mentioned him when he did a Babe Ruth video recently. And this guy was an amazing hitter. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he led the league in home runs 4 years, including 1927 when Babe Ruth hit 60. He led in the National League, and he had half as many with 30. But he led the National League in home runs 4 years, and he was the first National League player ever to hit 200 home runs. He was quite an amazing player. Came up with Chicago, and then went to the Phillies, I believe. So that's Cy Williamson. This is the 1921 Willard Chocolate. I had shown you some others, but this is the Cy Williams. Here's a 33 Big Miller. Is a beautiful card. Really nice example. And here's a 1924 Willard Chocolate, and this is of the tennis champion of the time. You might be familiar with the Babe Ruth and the Ty Cobb from this set. They're very popular cards. But I do pick up other sports. I like to get other sports. And here's a quirky set from this is the 1927 W560 set, and I wanted to show you 2 of these. So this is the Jimmy Fox. These are blank back. They're kind of cool cards though. These little strip cards. I had the Babe Ruth in this years ago in an excellent 5, and I sold it. I wanted to get nicer cards of his. So I held it for a few years and I sold it. Back in the old days, if I had a card that was worth a lot of money, I got nervous and I sold them off. I had a Cracker Jack graded, I think it was a 5.5. It was such a sharp card of Eddie Cicotti. And I paid a good bit of money for it at the time, and I turned around and sold it for a lot more. I just used to get nervous having expensive cards in my collection. My wife, I was telling her that, and she says, she asked me if I'm still that way, and I'm like, nope. I'm not that way anymore. But anyway, I have a wedding to go to. Thanks for watching.